Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Blay, and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys, where I'll be speaking about three main topics. Benjamin Chilwell, has a deal been agreed? A medical due for tomorrow or Tuesday? Some big developments, big stories regarding Ben Chilwell. Speaking about Kai Havertz, another update on him, and finally speaking about Jan Oblak and our goalkeeping targets and options for the upcoming summer transfer window. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and apologies, I haven't uploaded the last 2-3 days. I've just been really busy at this present moment in time, so apologies for that, but hopefully I'm back. So consistency will be coming back. I'll be uploading daily once again, so yeah, bear with me on that. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's Chelsea transfer video for you guys. Now, starting off with the first update, it is Kai Havertz. Now, how many times on this channel have I done a Kai Havertz update for the past month, maybe even 5-6 weeks? I've provided a Kai Havertz update, all the latest news on in my videos on this channel, but we've received another update. Now, we know the Bayer Leverkusen's Europa League campaign has come to an end. They're out of the Europa League, therefore their season has finished. They haven't got any more football to be played, and Kai Havertz is obviously forcing a move. And regarding this report by Kevin Palmer, an English journalist, he's reporting that Kai Havertz has officially handed in a transfer request after speaking to the Bayer Leverkusen CEO and the directors. The Bayer Leverkusen CEO, Fernando Caro, confirms that Kai Havertz has voiced his desire to make the next step after talks in the past recent days. He wants to join Chelsea. Personal terms are in place. I keep stressing, I've been saying for weeks and weeks. And Leverkusen are obviously looking to sell because he only has 2 years left on his current deal, on his current contract. And this deal essentially has to happen. Chelsea are in pole position for it. Essentially, there's not a single other club in the running for him because of these financial difficulties in COVID-19, because we are in the midst of a global pandemic, obviously. As I keep stressing, because before the global pandemic, I don't think we would have even signed Timo Werner or even Kai Havertz. Real Madrid were in the running for him, Bayern Munich were in the running for him, and both of those clubs have already stressed that if Kai Havertz were to stay another season at Leverkusen, then in the summer of 2021, once clubs start picking up financially again, they would be able to afford Kai Havertz. But Chelsea, because of the money that we've saved, that we haven't spent, obviously having high amounts of revenue and profits, we are able to spend and invest heavily this summer, and it really puts Chelsea a massive advantage. And like I said, we're in pole position. He wants to come to us. He's already, given us his words. He wants to come. Personal terms have been agreed. Agent fees have been agreed. Documents been signed. It's just the deal to be agreed with a subject to a medical. Everything has been agreed. Kai Havertz will be a blue. How many times do I have to say this? Anyone that's panicking out there or still doubting that it still won't happen, don't. It's happening. Now, time frame is a difficult question here. It really depends on how quickly the clubs negotiate and how quickly the two clubs find an agreement. This could take in the next 3-4 days. This could take a week. This could take even 2 to 3 weeks. But what I can say is before the start of the Premier League season, which kicks off in under 4 weeks, Chelsea will sign Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz will be wearing a Chelsea shirt and he will be playing on our first game of the season with obviously a bit of training and that. But it's happening. So that's the latest Kai Havertz update. Any of you guys that are wanting a Kai Havertz update, that is the latest situation regarding Havertz. Now moving on to more interesting news, and it could be our potential next signing. That is Benjamin Chilwell from Leicester. Now before I give you my thoughts, opinions on him as a player, and obviously what you guys, let me talk about the reports. Now it was broken yesterday by Samuel Martin, English journalist, and he was basically a Leicester City source. Now according to a Leicester City source, Ben Chilwell packed his bags after Leicester training. So he trained with the first team, but he packed his bags early and he's leaving to come drive down to London and conduct his medical. He's expected to undergo a Chelsea medical in the next couple of days. Unsure of the reliability of the source, but Leicester fans are suggesting that he's reliable. Now, yeah, that's what the report's saying. As you read deeper into what he was saying in the article, he's essentially driving down to London, and either Monday or Tuesday he will be, conducting his medical, and it basically means that two clubs have found an agreement. As you dig deep and you look at, other publications and other journalists reporting this, they're stating that essentially they've agreed a fee. It's going to be a world record fee for a fullback. That is without a question. And it's rumored it's going to be £65 million with the full package. That includes add-ons, significant bonuses. But initially, it could be £45 million up front with £20 million, bonuses, or if Chilwell hits certain performances and some targets, maybe a certain number of assists if Chelsea qualify for the Champions League or win the Premier League. If, Ben Chilwell and Chelsea, they keep this X amount of clean sheets, then obviously these bonuses and clauses will naturally be activated. So, like I said, it's probably going to be £45 million up front, but don't quote me on that. There's nothing been official. We don't even know how reliable this source is, but that's a question mark. Is he going to be conducting medical in the next 2 days? We will find out from various reliable people. And has a deal been agreed between £45 to £55 million? That's going to be the most interesting key part of this deal. But all I'm going to say to you guys is prepare for this deal to happen. You know, I've been saying for time, he's Lampard's first choice. You know, whether we like it or not, he's not my first choice. I know he's not many of you guys' first choice, but we need to understand the club wants to back Lampard. They want us, you know, essentially land his first choice targets, and Lampard is adamant that he wants Chilwell. Yes, you can talk about Sergio Reguilon, you know, Alex Telles, Tagliafico, Alexandro on the shortlist, but he wants Ben Chilwell. He's been adamant on that. You know, English, he knows him very well. Ashley Cole's rated him very highly. Pep Guardiola rates him. Lampard rates him. So, you know, he's got a fantastic engine. He has a lot of benefits, and he's only 23. So he's got a high ceiling. He's bound to improve, and we have to back him. We have to accept it. And he's not a bad player. This is what we need to understand. We're just more concerned with the price. I think if we reduce the price, I think many of us would be okay with the deal. Now, like I said, news circulated regarding Chilwell. He'll become the world's most expensive left back, despite not being many people's first choice. But like I said, if Ashley Cole wants him, if Lampard wants him, Pep Guardiola wants him, we have to back him. But it's highly likely that Ben Chilwell is going to be a Chelsea player. So, like I said, you know, he's still going to be a marquee signing. He's still going to be quite expensive again. He's going to smash the record to be the most expensive fullback in the European market. You know, in the world, and you know, he's going to deliver, hopefully. You know, like I said, he's got some really fantastic attributes to suit Lampard's system. He's got a fantastic engine, stamina, link up play, can be an inverted fullback, a nice crossing ability. Yes, I know in the past 6 months his form hasn't been the best, but what we need to understand is that, you know, Leicester haven't been playing too well in the past 6 months, and the past couple of seasons before that, he has been performing at a very, very high standard, a very, very high level, and Leicester have been raving about him for a long, long while. Now, I know Leicester fans will be saying, oh, we're so happy to get rid of him, that we're, you know, robbing Chelsea just like we robbed United of Maguire. But no, I disagree. I think he's a top player. He's only 23 and he's going to bound to improve. So we have to back him. Like I said, he's Lampard's first choice, so I guess there is a positive on that side, and he can become the finished article, a world-class left-back in the near, you know, 2-3 years when he does eventually hit his prime. But moving on to the final story of this video, I want to talk about Jan Oblak, the goalkeeping situation. Now, it was reported by AS before Atletico Madrid played their quarter-final against RB Leipzig, where RB Leipzig beat them, 2-1. And Atletico got knocked out of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Now, there's been talk in England of Chelsea's interest was a question reported by a Spanish publication, AS. And Jan Oblak, in his words, said, it's not the time to talk about that right now. We've got Leipzig to think about. I'll assess the season when it's over. There will be time after that to talk. So what this sounds to me is him trying to get a new contract at Atletico. That is the vibes I'm getting. That is the signal I'm getting. I could be wrong. He may be looking to move. He's been at Atletico for a long time now, and he hasn't won any major trophy or, you know, essentially acquired any major honours. Now, I think it's time. I think he's the best keeper in the world, and I think he needs to be playing at a bigger club, in my personal opinion. The challenges for the Champions Leagues and, you know, the top trophies every single year. Now, obviously, we know that he has a €120 million release clause, and if Chelsea were to activate, he would have to offload Kepa, which is a difficult task in itself, and it's highly unlikely that's going to happen. But him coming out with his quotes does make it interesting. You know, Atletico still owe us money regarding Morata because they're in financial trouble. Something could happen there. And if, you know, Oblak, you know, tells the Atletico directors, look, I want to leave, he's forcing a move, then it could force Atletico's hand to essentially negotiate and reduce the fee of the release clause. So, like I said, if we were to sign Oblak, it would go down to the wire. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's unlikely. You know, when you've got options like Andre Onana at €30 million, you've got Nick Pope, you've got all these other options. I don't see it being too realistic, in my personal opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. We'd have to offload Kepa. Could Kepa be involved in the deal? That is also another question that's going to remain to be seen. But like I said, we'll see how it goes. At the moment, he's on £340,000 a week at Atletico, so it tells you everything. You know, for him to get a new contract, he's Atletico's best player. It keeps him in games consistently. He's a world-class shot stopper. His world-class shot stopping abilities. He's a magnificent goalkeeper. There's nothing else to say. He's a top goalkeeper. And I think for him to come to Chelsea, the odds are unfortunately very, very slim. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, I'll keep you guys updated with all the latest news on this channel, so make sure you hit the bell notification, subscribe to my channel if you are not on here, comment down below your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.